Okay, welcome back gamers, it's Simply Fun Gaming and we're here again with Shadows of Forbidden Gods. I decided to do a bit of a let's play, following on from my initial first look video that should hopefully be appearing on your screen sometime now. So we're going to carry on with this game. If we recall from the last game, I was intending to infiltrate and then corrupt this area, this nation of Essions, with our brave Courtier. We're working to infiltrate this large nation down here, the red nation of, what's it called? Essions. It's going to be confusing fairly quick, I suspect, using our supplicant, and we're also trying to enshadow the nation with our Hierophant. So let's continue through the game. I have got 3 power, I should probably spend that actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to find, who's the chosen one? Here they are. This one, Dr. Phone Lorbiak. So we're going to create a fleeting servant. So that will serve as a distraction. It's an imaginary threat. It's got 30 profiles, so it can be seen from 3 nodes away. And it's got 50 menace, which is a fairly significant amount of menace. We're going to create that servant somewhere near to this chosen one to try and get him to do something that's not in his interest. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Let's make it here, a little bit further away. That may encourage both of these heroes actually, and potentially these heroes here to also go after the servant. We can see the servant is there in the modifiers menu on the location display. Fingers crossed we'll see a reaction to that. Let's proceed with a few more turns. So we've completed our dark worship with our Hierophant. Let's have a look at him. Here he is. This location is now entirely, both locations are now entirely shadowed. Fantastic. So what we're going to do, although this hero here is trying to remove our shadow, which isn't great, we're going to, is he infiltrating? He is. We're going to go to this holy site and attempt to infiltrate that one too with our Hierophant. That way we can control both holy sites, we can corrupt them entirely, and then we can spawn quite a powerful agent called the Baroness. He's leveled up. Let's give him some intrigue, because he's doing an intrigue ability right now, an intrigue challenge rather. So we'll carry on. Oh dear, there's some unrest at this location. Is going up and up and up fairly quickly due to the lingering resentment there. That's unfortunate for them. We'll proceed. So the sun begins to set. We get this notification to tell us that shadow has begun to take hold. The world becomes slightly darker, and as we expand our shadow, the nobles and heroes of the world, so the rulers effectively, will become obscured by darkness and be unable to defend themselves against our coming, which is great news for us. We knew this of course anyway. Let's skip a few more turns. We've got another ward protecting against our shadow. Let's have a look where, my goodness, it's not this village, it's this village. Okay, so it's the village that is, yeah, it's very close to our 2 areas that are enshadowed. That makes sense, they're trying to react to the shadow. Thankfully this city isn't yet, which is great. Might build a well of shadow shortly. Let's see if our, has anything reacted to our fleeting servant? No, not yet. Doesn't look like. Purge fleeting servant. He's going to recruit a few sellswords first. That's the, and it's quite low on his. He wants to complete his training, but he's got 3 turns on that. How long is this going to last for? We've got a couple of turns. Fine. Okay. Let's end the turn. Okay, so another event. We've got the supplicant has found swarming vermin that are attacking them. Individually the vermin offer little threat, so what can we do here? We can kill them and lose a health, 5, not too many, or we can avoid them and lose 5 challenge. I'm going to kill them. 1 health is very little to lose, and this early in the game there's very little risk because we aren't being actively hunted by heroes, so we'll kill the vermin. And we'll proceed through a few more turns. The Courtier has found some alchemists. So we've discovered a gaggle of alchemists there. I love the text. So these poor fools, driven by a dangerous mixture of curiosity and naive yet arrogant greed, imagine themselves on the verge of solving life's problems. Immortality led to gold. Their desires are pedestrian, yet their approaches could lead fruit, if guided by those who know more. And I think that refers to perhaps us, who might know more. So we've got a couple of options. We've got more options this time. We can, obviously one of them is going to be abandoned challenge, but we've got 3 other options. We can deceive them, lose 15 challenge progress, but raise shadow in the location by 50%. That's not a bad idea. However, we haven't got any other sources of shadow in this area at the moment, so it's probably a bit wasted. Deceive the fools. Darker powers could grant them and us the gold. Okay, so lose a bit of progress, gain 50 gold. That's a good number of gold. Or we could avoid them and have no effect. I think I'm going to take the gold. The Courtier to me should be a fairly rich agent just by the way he looks. So let's take the gold. And we'll continue to proceed. He has lost a bit of progress, but that's no major problem. Supplicant has infiltrated the holy site. Excellent. Let's have a look there. Oh, and we've got an army of Rigni-Miffa. That's been ordered to raise the coven of witches. I'm assuming. Yeah, so this army is going to try and raise, I suspect, this coven. Yeah. Okay. There it is. So they're going to come and destroy this coven of witches, which is fair enough. We have done fairly good work with there. We've been in shadow in various locales, so it makes sense they'd come to attack it. Every time you use that dark worship ability, it raises the menace of the location as well as your agents. That means that armies eventually will take note and rulers will take note and will send their armies to destroy that location, which is exactly what's happening here. We have, well, I have, I suppose, estimated this, so hopefully we can work around it. Let's see, is this location? Oh, try back shadow, it's not good for us. What I may do is use power. I think we're going to cloud his senses, you know. Let's stop him driving back our shadow. So we've done that. Supplicant's finished his task. So I think a good idea here would be to, let's desecrate the holy site. Then we can create that super agent I was talking about earlier. It's going to take 10 turns, which is fine because it will happen quicker than this poor hero attempting to drive back the shadow. Sucks to be him. And then we'll proceed through the game. The supplicant's leveled up. So we're doing a lore task, I believe. So we should probably increase lore again. Yeah, let's increase our lore again. Okay, the Hierophant's finished infiltrating this holy site too. He's getting some profile and menace here though, 10. So he can be seen now from one spot away. Any hero from one location away will be able to see him. And 26 menace is no shy number either. Let's see what the heroes think of this. Yeah, so he's now starting to rise up their planning and their actions they're intending to do. As we can see, the motivation to attack this poor Hierophant is steadily increasing. Let's see what it is for this character. That's an army, so we're okay. We should be safe from them for the time being. I'm going to go to the city. Or should we risk one more? Should we risk one more challenge before we do so? 10 turns. Let's go to the city and lay low. Reduce our profile that way. And then we can do some tasks. 30 turns is too long, I can't wait that long. Yeah, let's lay low and then we'll infiltrate the surrounding areas. We can't do it twice. We'll infiltrate the surrounding areas and try to infiltrate this city. Once you've infiltrated a city, it's a lot quicker to complete the lay low challenge. It'll take 8 and then later 5 turns once it's fully infiltrated and enshadowed, but we're not there yet, we're quite far away, so in a pinch we have to do this. Agents are expendable if you wish. I like to try and keep mine alive, it's a personal preference thing, but we can expend them, there's nothing stopping us from recruiting more. You have got limited recruitment points however, and limited slots. if you lose too many agents too quickly or in a short amount of time, you won't be able to recruit anymore. So I like to try and keep them alive a little bit longer than what they typically would. Let's proceed through the game then. See what happens here. How long is our 7 turns left? Great, okay. Let's proceed a bit longer. Oh, okay. One of the Baroness is falling to shadow. So it's past 50%, or it's reached 50%. This means, as it says on the screen there, they're less likely to do things that will hurt our interests. So they're less likely to fight shadow, and they're less likely to harm our agents as well and send things towards our agents to kill them. Once they're fully in shadow, they can actually fund agents if it's their home location, so they can send them money, which is great. Let's have a look at this character. I'm assuming, yeah, it's the lady that's at this convent, and I'm guessing this one is also becoming enshadowed. There we are. Not quite at 50% yet, 42%, but it won't be long. Let's end the turn. Another seal is broken. Our maximum power is increased to 4 now. And we've got a new power, Dangers in the Dark. Increases the danger of all quests and neutral challenges. This is a bit of a strange one in this location by 7. So danger actually hurts heroes, but it can also hurt agents. And the issue with this is it affects neutral challenges. So if I give you an example here, perfect one. This Hierophant is completing the Lay Low challenge, which is a neutral challenge. One of these black challenges is neutral. So if he were to lay low or rest, if I were to use this ability within this city location, both of these challenges, and indeed recruit sellsword, any neutral challenge might potentially hurt him, which is obviously quite foolish. So we need to use these in a smart way. We need to use them for locations where there aren't too many neutral things to be done, or only heroic things. This is not a bad idea. I might put it at this location actually, when we have enough power. How much power is it? Oh, it's 2 power, so we haven't got enough yet anyway. So we'll hang on for that for the time being. No more agent slots, still with our 3. I was waiting for this to happen. So we finally, as poor supplicant has attracted the attention of mediator Dapi Uzasio, who's close enough, as we can see here, to receive immediate news of the actions that they're doing and is driven to righteous fury at the injustices. They gain a personal dislike. So this hero, this mediator, this lady here, has a particular dislike, and it can turn into a hatred for our supplicant agent. That makes them more likely to act against them and attack them. We'll dismiss this for now. I'll come back to this. It's a nemesis gained message. And then we can see, the supplicants desecrated that holy site. That's lovely. We can get our Baroness shortly. Oh, we've got an event as well. So the Courtiers encountered a group of unscrupulous supporters, some unscrupulous nobles. Some of the local elite have sought our pawn out and are willing to assist, but they want to see the true nature of the one they are supporting first. Okay, so we can gain progress in these as a Courtier. I don't think we need this progress. I think we're already... It should tell us how much progress we require, but I think we're already past the stage of needing 10. We can lose progress. We can gain progress and gain profile. 5 profile isn't a massive amount, but it is... It's problematic. Let's contrive a falsehood for now. But let's find out if that was a good decision. Yeah, he's only got 15. It would have helped actually. That is unfortunate. The game should have told me this better. Could do with an improvement in that sense on the UI. I'm sure it's coming. Well, I know it's coming. The developer has said as such. Are we still 100% shadow? We are. Is this guy still trying to drive back shadow? He is. If a hero is performing a task, to stop them all trying to do the same task, unless it's attack someone, but in terms of performing tasks like drive back shadow, another hero I don't think can attempt the same one until they've finished. So once a hero's kind of assigned themselves a task, they have to wait until that hero's finished before another one can attempt it. This one here. Now she hates our poor supplicant, as we can see. This is the mediator that gained a hatred for our supplicant. It's the only thing she dislikes. You see, look on the left there, her motivation to attack him is quite high, considering he's got fairly low menace and profile. See, like an extra 20 because of his menace, and 24 because of his menace, extra 20 because she dislikes him, which really bumps that up there. Now, unfortunately, this god can't do anything about that. There are other gods that can influence the interpersonal relationships, and I believe an agent is on the way that will also influence those interpersonal relationships. But for now, we've just got to put up and shut up. We can either try and corrupt this hero or kill them. Obviously, here's another option. As we can see, the Witch's Coven has been destroyed by that army there. Finally raided that coven, so we can't use that anymore. I think we're going to access... How much money has he got? Quite a bit, hasn't he? 124. He doesn't need a lot of... Very tempted to do Well of Shadows. It spreads shadow to adjacent locations. It won't work very well to this one, because I think it's got a ward. Yep. This one has a ward. Oh dear. And I suspect... Oh, okay. They've all got wards. Lovely. So that's very unfortunate for us. So there's actually little point in using Well of Shadows. It'll have to break through that ward first, or those wards rather, from the two villages and the city. What I think I'm going to do, now I've got a nemesis, is go to the city and we're going to recruit some minions. A sellsword here is an example of a minion. You can recruit those in any city. We're going to recruit him. He costs 15 gold and it needs me to have a command stat of 1 or higher. My command is currently 3. And each of these minions, these sellswords, take up 1 command. So I could have 3, 1 per slot, as you can see at the bottom here. Let's do that now. I'll get a few minions. I'll get certainly 1 or 2 minions. Then I might try and infiltrate the market. Is there a market here? Oh dear, there's no market. Has this one got a market? Yes, so we might go to this city and try and buy something. It's from the same nation anyway, so infiltrating that helps us. Yeah, let's get a sellsword for now, then we'll head to another... Is this a closer city? Yeah, it's got no market either, so... Okay then, let us... 1, 2, 3, 4, this is also fairly close. No markets. Dear me, all these cities with no markets. Devastating. Oh, we've got 2 power. Should I drive back the shadow? I wonder if I should delay him again. Let's add danger to the location. No, let's not actually, because we're going to use potentially neutral challenges here later. Let us add danger to... Oh, and by the way, I should mention, buying items is a neutral challenge, so just buying a hood here or some boots will also potentially risk hurting our agent. Okay, what we're going to do, I think, is let's stick it in this village. The village is fairly irrelevant as far as our designs are concerned. Oh, we need shadow in there. Oh dear. Right, let's have a look. Try back shadow. We'll do it at this location, because it hasn't got a desecrated holy site, so it's not as vital to us. Danger's in the dark. There we go. We'll select that. This now means that there's danger for the various quests that are neutral. There's none here, but there are, as we can see, the quests that heroes might try and attempt to try back shadow. That this mediator, Savak Esalen, this guy, is attempting, now includes danger. When it finishes this, he might take some damage. He'll be easier to kill, of course. It's a great benefit for us. Skip through a few more turns. Oh, we've got another, the Baroness at that location is falling to shadow. We knew this was coming. Supplicants recruited his sellsword. Great. Oh dear, he's being followed. She's trying to mediate politics. That's fine. She's not tracking him yet. Let's go to this city, I believe. Yeah, we'll go to that city and we'll buy some items. Some items can do... The items can do various effects. They can make your agent stronger. They can empower their abilities in terms of the statistics. They can give them extra might or law or intrigue or command. They can also give you more money as you travel. There are all sorts of items. The hoods, for example, I believe, if we just take a quick peep, reduce profile and menace. Oh, sorry, reduce menace, which is potentially even better actually. So, very useful items, some of these. Anyway, let's get there first so we can buy them and spend our hard-earned, robbed gold. The Courtier has finally infiltrated this fortress. Let's go to there then. Great, so he's infiltrated this fortress. Now this is interesting. You can actually... Yeah, this is great. We can steal the ruler's item. The Courtier's got a unique challenge in that he can steal items from either heroes or rulers, and he can then give them to another infiltrated location, and it can make those two locations hate each other, which can be great because you can start wars, of course, or help to fuel the encouragement of wars, or you can start civil wars using this. What I think I'm going to do is I think I may steal this ruler's item, and then I think we're going to go to this city. Let's just double check there's not already a hatred there. No. What's that? Yeah, so we'll do this. We'll start a little international beef, I should say, international drama between the city, the country of Essions, and the country of, I think it's this large one, isn't it? Usions. It's almost like the brother countries here. We'll start a bit of aggression between those by making some of their key nobles hate each other's guts via the Courtier. I think that'll be quite an interesting mechanic to show. However, we've just started that. We're going to have to wait a little while for the next one. I'm going to end the video there, guys. If you've got any comments, any criticisms, if you're enjoying playing the game, if you have shadows yourself, please let me know down below. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're interested to see more. And fingers crossed, I'll see you again soon. Thank you for watching.